if it is a engineering college, we must create students, a group of students who are really interested to work on such a project, and then divide them into different categories and ask them to do some survey of activities happening, understand the basics, and then get into collecting materials, identifying areas, and then do a brainstorming to find out who all will work in different. That's how the project model, program planning and project management. That is the first step to be done. So in that project, we will identify which are the groups working in different areas. So if it is today, if it is only a little height and then we have to do some idea is to picturize from the space. There are many small activities. Even space did not start with going on rocket. They have done with the balloons. So if somebody is interested to probably on a terrestrial, if they wanted to take a picture of the campus from the space, so it could be either using drone or balloon. Even balloon is also a guided rocket, right? So the balloon experiments are done by TIFR. They are still using balloons only. So one is portability, one is even if you lose, nothing much is lost. So the experiments are to be done. First, launch vehicle is different. First, the camera has to be seen at what height, what it can see, how much resolution, what details it can see. All those experiments are basically conducted with the balloons. So we have to plan a balloon experiment first. Then rocket mechanism, its working styles, everything can be taught. That is not a big issue. And then we can make even a ISRO, there is a exhibition vehicle which goes to different schools to show how rocket launching has to be done. They do with the Kali bottles. Yeah. So we could do such things also. There are some playing items which, not only that, so many such experiments can be conducted and ask them to look at the different science exhibitions which can show in their schools and neighboring places. Then identify the problem where people like to work. Somebody may like to work in rocket, somebody may like to work in camera. So that group has to be set right. That is the first step. So the other day I was in one of the colleges in Coimbatore. They are already into that project. Yeah, that is funded by the Government of India's catalyst and supported by NSTEDB. That is the organization which supports Science and Technology Department. Yeah. Actually, that is called the NSTEDB under Science and Technology. NGI-TBI. Actually, that is what it is. It depends on different departments. They are doing on something on biotechnology. It is a different department. Even ISRO has got some funding under some schemes. Yeah. It is called RESPOND, Research Funding Project. It's called RESPOND. There is engineering college students.
Yes, sir.
The Tarika Alag hota. I have done some time back from Delhi also. People came to Hyderabad. We have done in Institute of Engineers. पे किया था एक दिन का workshop on rocket making and then launching. We have shown them. Actually, when we were planning to do, we made participants को बुलाया था, but they have shown a better model what we have planned, because there may be some genius students. When we are doing for everybody. So we look at small experiments which everybody can understand, but there may be somebody who has already done a drone experiment. Got it? So there are brilliant children, those who can do much better. There are brilliant children, those who have got great ideas. मैं पहले बोल रहे थे ना, because we can see interest and then see what they have done. Even for when you give a prize to somebody, assume that you are giving a good prize. And then the registration itself can be a fund which comes for such organizing the programs. Then second, we can see from there how we start further. Got it? Oh, model, they will start explaining. So we will pick up, oh, this is the level now we have to take. We don't know, no? Otherwise, if it is a project what generally done, oh, university level pe karna hai, then we have to see what level we have to do. Balloon hai to alag hai. If it is a real rocket, it is something else. Real camera hai to alag hai. Drone mein hai to drone price only will come. Then in that we can have a normal camera. So it depends on what we are planning to do. Drone, normal drones, weight of the camera, normal drone will not take. So generally what is done is 4 drones are put together, but the controller is made unique to one, so that in one we can make the whole thing. So the stability will be better, and they are connected to each other, so that the camera can be put in the middle, right? So it will be the 4 drone cost plus additional what we are planning to do. So it all depends on what is the project, what we are doing. The first attempt will be to understand what level we do it for. Either for school students क्या level पे जाना है, college level क्या level पे जाना है, or are we going to do it with one specific institution. Then we are not required actually, because if they know already how to do it, maybe our idea is ऐसा एक प्रोजेक्ट दिया तो उसके बाद इंडिविजुअल ग्रुप विल कम एंड देन स्टार्ट अप्लाइंग फॉर गवर्नमेंट, दे विल डू देमसेल्व्स. हम ट्रिगर करना है ऐसा इंटरेस्ट. दैट इज व्हाट आवर जॉब एक्चुअली.
That is the whole idea.
Yeah. So the triggering interest will happen only when we do it like a competition, national wise, or maybe 2 competitions or 3 competitions at different places, then a all India competition later. Suppose we can do one north, south, east, west competition at 4 different places. Then do a national competition. That also we have to mention. This is what it is going to be. First we will do in the north, east, west, south, between this age and this age. And then they will be taken to the national level. So first registration fees say, then with that money itself we can do the national one. And उसमें हर स्कूल में maybe 5-member team, they have to specify which are all the members, make a team, and then we can reward the best school which is giving maximum number of teams. So school में भी competition होता. Understood? So if some school represent with 6 or 7 or 5 or 8 participants, accordingly we can give that recognition. Oh, school को भी दे सकते. So schools also will be interested to make many participants as part of this program. It is called a terrestrial. Yeah, so we should use the terminology also perfect, so that we don't mislead people, no? Yeah. In case if you get selected, or maybe you have shown interest, and subsequently if you want to get guidance in this, we will be there to support you and then guide you and all that. So that should be their attitude. We have to compute reverse engineering करना पड़ता हमने.